Okay, I'm not being funny. I really had to freaking use my initiative for that. Is that quite cute with the flowers there? Or should I move them? I think I should move them. Bye, honey. This is my pumpkin. I'm gonna take great pride in my pumpkin. I went to Morrison's today and I was literally like bending over. I was in shorts trying to pick out the best pumpkin. And I was like, oh my God, this looks so dodgy right now. I really hope no one's looking at me. Then again, I was like, I've got to think about the pumpkin. Like, got to get the best pumpkin. So I choose out this beautiful, round, voluptuous pumpkin. And then I go through and then there's like these giant ones. But this guy was £1.99 and the giant ones were £8.99. And I was like, do you know what? There's nothing wrong with my beautiful pumpkin the way he is. So we stuck with the £1.99 one. So this is the good side. But I do have some questions for you guys because I know you guys love a nice little question video. So hopefully you guys won't get too bored while I'm doing this. But I just thought, you know, got to get in the little Halloween spirit. So I'm doing it on my own, you know. Let me tell you now, I am not an artist by any means. I feel like maybe this is a little bit above my talent, you know? Do you know what? We're all about trying. We're gonna give it a go. I'm really scared, like so scared. I'm just gonna sketch out and then we'll start with the questions, guys. Now you don't know how to keep your business clean. Oh God, I need a better pen than that, Jesus. I'm literally so bad at drawing. Never mind with the freaking knife. I'm literally the clumsiest human you'll ever meet in your life. Mum's coming in, she's like, sorry. Hey girly.
Coming through, coming through.
I'm giving myself a hard design. Do you think I can do it?
Oh, it's good, isn't it?
Yeah, but I'm scared I won't be able to do it. We've got some props, guys. I've already messed up, so we're gonna clean my little pumpkin up. Why does permanent marker come off a pumpkin, but not anything else? That's so odd. Just drawn on the top bit like that, because I feel like it's probably easier doing it with straight lines rather than doing like a big circle and make my first cut. Although, am I going to be able to get my spoon in that? Yeah, of course I will. I was literally just thinking to myself, I was like, why do you even need to make the lid? I didn't realise you need to get everything out in the middle, but why do you even need to get everything out in the middle? So you can put the little light, like the little candle in there. Bloody hell, I shouldn't be trusted with a knife. I was watching Molly May and Tommy Fury's video, and literally them with a knife was giving me so much anxiety, because obviously it gets stuck in the top and then you pull it out and they were like holding it towards them. I was like, oh my God, literally so scary. This knife seems like a pretty good knife, like for this, so that's good. And I have got it all on my hand, which is brilliant. But would you expect anything different from me? Probably not, no. Oh, gone completely off. See what I mean? I'm doing it there now. I want to turn it around. Pumpkin actually smells so nice, although I don't like the taste of pumpkin. Do you guys? What I find really odd is that people's like taste buds change as they get older, don't they? Maybe I will, as I mature. There's no need to get it in that deep, was that? Oh, there we go. Oh, love that. Absolutely beautiful stuff there. I'm gonna like cut all this off because that's quite good. There's not actually that much in there. Should I make some like pumpkin stew? Just kidding. I mean, I don't know why that would be funny, but I've actually got an ice cream scoop to get out of the middle. Then I've also got a really big spoon because I don't know which is gonna work best. But do you still occasionally get days similar to your days of extreme hunger? Definitely not, no. I definitely don't get days similar to when I was in my extreme mental hunger, because at that point I was probably eating around 10 to 15,000 calories a day, or maybe a little bit less, around the 10,000 mark, I'd say. And you know, maybe there are some days that I do end up eating like 10,000 calories. You know, on the days that you just sort of like all you fancy, it's just like chocolate and burgers. Not very often. If that is the case, maybe like every like 3 months or something. So no, I wouldn't say I ever get to the point where I'm like literally like I need more ice cream, or I need more of this, or I need more of this, or I need more of this, and then I just keep going and keep going, because that was how I would describe my extreme hunger at the time. I definitely could like eat a ton of ice cream and then be like, oh, I really fancy some cookies now, because you know, like even though you might have like satiated your ice cream craving, you want something like with different textures, you know what I mean? But then I think once I've had some ice cream and cookies, I've probably then satisfied like my sweet craving. Like then I'm not going to be like, oh my God, I need this, I need this, I need this. Trust me, guys, if you're asking me because you're thinking I'm in extreme hunger right now and I just can't stop eating and I don't, oh my God, you guys can literally see my design. No. Oh my God, you're in extreme hunger right now and will I like ever not be like this? Trust me, I felt the exact same way. Like I literally would eat like 10,000 calories probably like every day for like 6 months, it felt like, and I literally felt like, oh my God, this is never ending. Like I'm just gonna be the most like obese person in the world. I'm gonna be so unhealthy. I cannot not see myself ever getting to the point where I did didn't want to eat that much food, and I was just happy like eating, you know, like a regular amount of food. But here I am, and I genuinely would say I eat a regular amount of food now, and it is doable, like honestly. And you don't need to try and force that upon yourself. You don't need to try and be like, okay, it's been like 3 months of me eating so much of an extreme hunger, I'm gonna try and eat less. Like, you don't need to do that. Like, your body will balance itself out. There's no way that you can just physically keep eating 10,000 calories every day till the day you die. Like, there's just no way. Like, that would just be ridiculous. You know, there might be occasions where you might not even be hungry, but it will just somehow happen that you go out for breakfast, lunch and dinner, and you have 3 big meals and desserts and whatever else in between. But that is an extreme hunger. That's just, you know, sometimes life does that, you know. But no, I definitely don't get days like that anymore. I don't get me wrong, I get days where I'm more hungry, I get days where I'm less hungry, never to the point where I'm just constantly unsatisfied and I could just keep going and keep going and keep going. So yeah, I wonder what this tastes like. Is this edible? I'm guessing it is, right? But like, surely it has to be like washed and stuff. Why isn't this nut coming out? Oh my god, I really told myself I was not going to use my fingers. How to deal with deciding in your head what you should eat. Now this, I think, is a brilliant question that I'm guessing you asked me because you know I really struggled with it. Oh my god, you can see my freaking design again. Why am I so dumb? In my peak of my ED, well, more like the peak of my eating disorder recovery, that was when I really struggled. I struggled more in my recovery than I did in my actual, you know, when I was just happily in my ED. Happily, I say happily, but you know what I mean, where I was just sort of like just doing it just because I didn't want to recover. And the hardest part of it all was deciding what to eat. And I can tell you now, I'm sure you guys know, that was the most horrible thing ever to experience in my whole life, literally having to decide what to eat. I used to sit there with like 5-10 chocolate bars in front of me for literally 3 hours having a panic attack and screaming and crying and smashing things. So trust me, I know how you feel if you're going through something similar, you know, even if you're not at that point, but you find it just very, very mentally draining to choose something, and oh bloody hell, and your anxiety levels are like sky high when you're trying to decide what to eat. For me, it was really having validation from other people and like reassurance that that isn't a right thing to eat. But how I got over choosing what's right to eat, to be honest, I'm not fully over it. Like, I definitely do have my days, and like I never want you guys to think that I'm like 100% okay, like, you know, and recovered as such, but I'm like 90% better, you know. You need to remember this whenever you're trying to pick what you're going to eat, whether it's a snack or a meal or whatever it is. Try and remind yourself there is no right answer. Right now, you just need to have it. So say if you're choosing out of something like a salad or a pasta, your brain is telling you, I need to go for the salad, I need to go for the salad, but then you're like, oh my god, I'm dying for some pasta right now, I'm dying for some pasta. But then you actually do kind of fancy some salad as well. Like, it's not only just your ED brain, it is actually your body telling you want salad as well. Go for both of them. Or even if it's a burger or pasta, go for a burger and pasta. Or if you want pizza or chicken nuggets and chips, have pizza and chicken nuggets and chips. I promise you now, you may feel crazy eating 2 big meals in one sitting. But when I tell you now that I've been through it and I did the exact same thing and I am literally thriving, like, you really, really, really need to listen to your mental and physical hunger. Like, if your body's telling you that you need something and you want it and you crave it, and then you see something else and your body's telling you that you need it, you want it and you crave it, there is no like winner over the meals because you feel the same way about them. You need to just have both. Literally have them both. Eat until you physically cannot have any more. I used to get to the point where I would literally feel like I was going to explode from being so full. I felt like I was genuinely going to go and be sick. I just kept eating. I kept eating because my brain said, no, you're not quite done yet. You want to go and have a family size share bag of buttons now. And I was like, okay, body. And then I'd be like, okay, I'm still gonna pop and I'm still feel like I'm gonna be sick. But my brain would be like, I know you feel like that, but I actually really want some Ben & Jerry's cookie dough ice cream right now. And I'd be like, okay, body, let's go have that. And trust me, like, I would got to the point where I felt like I was physically going to be sick. Maybe like every month, there would just be like this change that I would see that, like, you know, almost if there was a time lapse of what I'd have every day, you could see it just slowly and slowly and slowly. It's getting less and less because my body didn't want it anymore. I used to go through phases. So I went through a phase of eating like 30 Kinders a day. The thing is, you just have to listen to that. If you eat 5 Kinders and your body's still like, you still want more Kinders, go and eat the rest of them freaking Kinders. Keep eating them Kinders until your body is like, yeah, I just don't want Kinders anymore, because it will get to that point. I ate about 30 Kinders for about 2 months, and then my body was like, okay, you're done with Kinders now. And then I ate about 5 giant triple chocolate cookies for about 2 months a day. I got to the point where I was like, yeah, no, I don't really want that anymore. And now I'm at the point where I can just have like a little snack. Like I literally just had like a little chocolate wafer. And it's literally this big. And now I'm like, fine, like, you know, I might have a bit of fruit after this. I've had a really big lunch, like a chicken katsu curry with like rice and salad and stuff. And I'm still gonna have a big dinner. And I'm still gonna have some ice cream. And I'm still gonna have some, just whatever I fancy. Like maybe I might not fancy the ice cream, but if I do fancy it, I'm gonna have that. I know that I'm not gonna have like 30 Kinders, you know? I'm probably gonna have like 2 cookies after my dinner and I'll be fine. And I might not be, I might want a little bit more, but I'm definitely not gonna want loads more. So you know, extreme hunger does not last forever, and the only way it won't last forever is if you listen to it. If you keep neglecting your hunger, and your mental hunger especially, there's no way that your extreme hunger will go. Like, you will never feel satisfied until you literally just bite the bullet and go all in and eat until your body physically does not want any more. And when I say body, I mean your brain, basically, because your brain is the one that's gonna need all that food and gonna keep wanting to go and go and go. Your extreme hunger might only last for a couple months after eating everything that it wants, or it might last 2 years, or it might last however long. I don't know, everyone's different, everybody's works in different ways. You just have to keep listening to yourself and keep pushing and keep trying and just enjoy the food. If your body wants it, it's because it's craving it. So while you're eating it, just be like, do you know what, this is actually really yummy, this is what my body wants, and I'm so proud of myself for challenging myself and listening to what my body actually needs. Like, that is the biggest challenge you have to put yourself through in eating disorder recovery. Actually listening to what your body really wants, not what your eating disorder is telling you. It's a really rewarding feeling, and as well as it being super, super scary, there's a reason it's scary. It's not what you've been doing for the last however long. You just need to go with it, and it will work out, I promise. And there's no bad in doing it. There's no bad in eating a crazy amount of food that you might feel like all your other friends aren't doing, but there's a reason they aren't doing that, because they're not in your situation, you know? Yeah. Kind of really satisfying getting all this up. Oh, it's kind of hurting my arm, like, Jesus, sweat. When you decided to recover, did you change your diet overnight or was it gradual? Very good question. Oh, bloody Nora. To begin with, I did it gradually just because I had always seen people doing this all-in method, and I was like, there's no way I can do that in hell. Like, there's absolutely no way I'm going from eating however many calories, which was very small, to what I thought was an obscene amount of food. But I knew it's what I wanted to do, but I just knew that I wasn't mentally strong enough to do that yet. But I think what I started doing was reverse dieting, which sounds stupid. My whole plan was not to gain weight, but to be able to eat more food. Now, that does sound ridiculous. There was a reasoning behind that, and that was just to get myself comfortable with eating a bigger amount of food. So I think what I started doing was eating probably 50 calories extra every week, and then when I was getting a little bit more comfortable, which, don't get me wrong, it makes it sound like I was actually comfortable with eating food. But I think once I actually got to the point where I was eating 50 calories more a week, and I could see that I wasn't actually gaining weight, I started eating 100 calories more a week or whatever. And then I got to the point where I was so fed up of doing that, because, you know, the extra 50 calories a week would be like an extra cube of chocolate a day or whatever. And I was like, oh my God, that is just so draining. I found it so draining. I could see that I wasn't gaining weight or anything, but I was getting used to eating a little bit more food, because obviously 50 calories a week and then going up to 100 calories a week, probably ended up eating up to 600 calories more in total, which for me was over double what I was eating in general. So that had gone up a lot for me, which obviously isn't a lot. Yeah, at the time it was a really big deal to me, and it was really difficult. Oh, I'm so dumb. I'm so freaking dumb. Oh well, just gotta go with it. We've got to ride the waves. I started gradually. I literally went from 0 to 100 overnight. Not even overnight, I didn't think, okay, tomorrow I'm gonna go all in. Let me tell you the little story, just really briefly. Sorry, I'm not looking at you guys, by the way. I'm very concentrated in my masterpiece. My mum always wanted to take me to CAMS, and I was like, nah, I'm not doing it, never doing it, not doing that. Anyway, 6 months later, somehow I ended up going to CAMS. They told me they were going to be putting me on a meal plan, and I was just so not okay with that. I knew as a fact there was absolutely no way that I was going on a meal plan. I knew knew my struggles with deciding what to eat. I knew that if I was going to be eating more food, I wanted it to be what I was craving in that moment, because I knew that I was craving so many different foods. Like every different minute of the day I was thinking, oh, I really want this, and then a minute later I'd be like, oh, I really fancy this. So I just thought, if I'm going to be increasing my calories to like double what I was eating, or maybe even like triple, in hindsight isn't a ridiculous amount of food, I was like, I may as well eat what I want to eat. Do you know what I mean? I came back that week after and there was like, we were like 100% sure that you were not going to be okay with going on this meal plan. They said like, we thought it was going to be really difficult to get you to do this. I had like a weekly session with Cam. So on the first week, I was like, there's absolutely no way I'm doing that, absolutely no way. I went home and it was really making me anxious, the idea of that. Oh my god, this is so satisfying, what the hell? No, I messed up, I didn't cut this in deep enough. No, I've cut off his hat, Oh, I know that would look so much better if I did that right. You've got to be joking me. And all of this, no, I'm so mad at myself. He's just gonna have a really tiny hat, which is fine. It's fashionable and it's in trend. So on that week that I was gone, I was literally dreading it. I was so anxious. I was like, there's no way I'm going on this meal plan. I want to eat what I want to eat if I'm going to be gaining weight. In that week, I was looking at so many people eating loads of food, doing all in, eating whatever they wanted, and I was like, oh my god, that's so badass. Like they're literally eating like everything they want, and like that looks freaking amazing. And I knew that I was going to be gaining weight with Cams, because I knew there was no way that they were going to let this slide. I knew that I just had to do something else. I was literally going to live my life in a hospital and in a mental hospital, which I really was not happy to do. Like I really did not want to. So I knew the only option was gaining weight either on a meal plan or the way that I wanted to do it. So I was like, right, we're halfway through the week. It was like 1 p.m. on a random day. I was still going with my eating, you know, in my reverse dieting. And then I was like, shall I just go all in? I was like, shall I just do it? I've been talking to my family for months about all in. I was like, it looks amazing. I was like so into this all in. I just thought it was freaking amazing. It seemed like it was brilliant. It was like my ideal, you know, even though it's really difficult to do. It looked from the outside without any like mental health issues amazing, like just eating loads of food basically. So one day I was like, I do not want to go on this meal plan and I know I'm gonna have to gain weight. So I just said, shall I just go all in? Like, shall I just do it? And I went downstairs, I got big share bars of Marvelous Creations. I just went upstairs and I was with my friend and she really helped me, and I just started eating every single square of that Marvelous Creations, and I was like, this isn't right, this like isn't right, but I just did it, and I just carried on and I just bit the bullet and I ate the whole bar. I was like, okay, well, I've started now, there's no going back. I think I went downstairs and I got a share bag of crisps and I just ate all the crisps, and I was like, oh my god, this is awful. This is awful. I was like, I need to commit. I'm like doing it now. I need to go back to these camps people, show them I can gain weight on my own, because I told them about all in on the first week and they thought I was like crazy. I was like, I need to go back to these camps people and show them I can gain weight without them putting me on a freaking meal plan, eating these weird ass meals that I do not want to eat. So I'm gonna gain weight and I'm gonna eat what I want. So I did. My mum took me to Mackey's. I got like 2 large meals. One was a burger meal, one was nuggets. I went straight from Mackey's to Domino's, and in the car from Mackey's to Domino's, I ate like 2 or 3 share bags of chocolate. And I was like, this is wild. This is amazing, but this is awful, sort of thing. And then I was like, I've committed and I'm doing amazing. And then 3 days later, I went to Cam's and I gained weight. Wow. This time last week, we were certain you were gonna be really hard work, they said to me. And I was like, ugh, what the hell? And I was actually really pleasantly surprised. Sounds awful, because I didn't actually gain as much weight as what I expected. So then I was more inclined to like carry on with it. Do you know what I mean? And then I went again the week after, and then I gained a crazy amount of weight, and I was like so crazy. But then I thought, do you know what? I've gained this much already. I might as well just keep going. I was like, I'm actually really enjoying eating all this food, so I just did it. I couldn't recommend going all in enough. I think my favourite song is at the minute, like / my favourite singer. I have a really favourite song at the minute. I'm Under the Influence. I don't know what it is about it, but when I'm on my own, in my car, driving on a fast road, something about that song just literally hits diff, and it just sounds so good at full volume on my car. And I think I'm just vibing. I'm literally just living my life. I sing it at the top of my voice and no one's listening, and I'm just being me, and I love it. Is it Chris? I think it's Chris Brown that sings that song. I wouldn't say he's my favourite singer. I don't really think I have a favourite singer. I really liked SZA for a while. Oh my god, do you know who my favourite singer is? Doja Cat. She's an absolute legend, isn't she? Doja Cat's got to be so many people's favourite singers, but she's just brilliant. Like, I feel like she's got the most songs that I consistently like. Do you know what I mean? Not like a one-off. Like, I could like listen to all of her album, and even if I didn't know the words, like, I'd like her songs, you know? What colour have you got your toes painted? Baby pink, babes. because I always go for white, but this time I went baby pink. And I thought, do you know what? I'm not like other girls. Someone said, favourite thing to do instead of being on your phone. I think this is such a good question. I won't actually be able to give you that good of an answer. I'm working on it, okay? I want to be able to like reach for a book or reach for Duolingo and go and learn freaking Spanish. Like, I'm so badly, like, that is so me at the core, and that is so what I want to do, but it's just not what I do. I just reach for TikTok, or I reach for Instagram. So I'd say like my favourite thing to do is probably just like watch YouTube or watch a movie with my boyfriend. I don't actually do that as often as I'd like to. I really want to say, like, I love going for a walk, I love learning Spanish, I love journaling, I love reading. I'd be lying to you, like, they are on my goal lists, and I do really want to enjoy them. I'd never force it if I don't enjoy it, but I do want to like be able to give them the chance for me to enjoy it, if that makes any sense. So hopefully one day I can be like, yeah, I'm really into this and I'd really recommend giving it a go, blah blah blah. But for now, I really do just reach for my phone. I feel like I'm such a busy gal. Like, it sounds so crazy, so I feel like you guys just don't believe me. I am actually so busy, and I just feel like I don't really spend that much time on my phone. So the time I do spend on my phone is like really fun and exciting, do you know what I mean? God, I'm so bad at this. I'm literally like embarrassingly bad at this. Oh god, see, I just did it again. You know when you do your eyeliner and it keeps going wrong, so you just keep making it bigger and bigger and bigger? That's literally what I'm doing with this guy's eye right now. I really should have got out all the stringy bits in the middle, but whatever. Someone said, what's something you wish you could tell / warn your younger self? Again, a really good question. You guys are on it with the questions. I really do think it would be like less phone time, like go and like explore. Like, I really would love to be like a really adventurous gal. I really do think it would be like, don't get so caught up on your phone. And I feel like I probably was told that, but I didn't take it so seriously. But I wish that I could like go back and take it seriously, if that makes any sense. Like, I wish that I could just like tell myself, oh, we're gonna go canoeing today, we're gonna go like rock climbing, we're gonna go and do like all these fun things that aren't in your like general day-to-day life. Like, I really wish that I could, I don't know, just like incorporate that into younger self's life, so that she would find things like that more enjoyable than going on a phone, instead of like having all the spare time to go on a phone. So she finds that more enjoyable now. Oh my god, I've just broken my pumpkin. He fits in okay though. He does fit in. I'm such a silly goose, honestly. Like, I don't know what's wrong with me. Like, I've probably carved so many pumpkins in my life. I didn't even see that little line there. I literally didn't even see that. I must have like cut that by accident. Silly girly. Well, like, okay, at least now I can just put it down on the surface and just cut it easier. Easier. I knew this design was too hard for me. This looks freaking ridiculous. Like, literally, the only thing that's balancing on right now is this like little millimeter of his face. Okay guys, so I have finished. I could sit here and lie, but I did actually end up cutting more off than I did even before somehow. So I did use a little bit of super glue to stick him back into place. Clearly I was just getting too much into my answers that I just got a little bit carried away. But yeah, I'm gonna show you now. Here's the finished result. I'm actually really happy with it. If I didn't use super glue, he wouldn't look this freaking good. Look how spooky and scary he is. I'm kind of impressed with myself. Got like a little alleyway into his spooky dungeon. Okay guys, I'm gonna wrap up the video there. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you have, please like, comment and subscribe. Follow my socials, they'll be linked in the description box below, and I hope you're having a wonderful week, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys, I love you so much. Have an amazing Halloween.